how to apply for a job, how to advance from the mailroom, how to sit down at a desk, how to dictate memorandums, how to develop executive style, how to commute in a 3-button suit with that weary executive smile. This book is all that I need. How to succeed. How to observe personnel, how to select whom to lunch with, how to avoid petty friends, how to begin making contacts, how to This book is all that I need. How to succeed.
New Rochelle, that's the place where the mansion will be. For me and the darling, bright young man I picked out for marrying me. He'll do well, I can tell, so it isn't a moment too soon to plan on my life in New Rochelle, the wife of my darling tycoon. I'll be so happy to keep his dinner warm while he goes onward and upward. Happy to keep his dinner warm till he comes wearily home from downtown. I'll be there waiting until his mind is clear while he looks through me, right through me, waiting to say good evening, dear. I'm pregnant, what's new with you from downtown? Oh, to be loved by a man I respect, to bask in the glow of his perfectly understandable neglect. Oh, to be there in the aura of his frown, darling busy frown. Such heaven, wearing the wifely uniform while he goes onward and upward. Happy to keep his dinner warm till he comes wearily home from downtown.
Well, here it is, 5 p.m., the finish of a long day's work, and there they are, both of them, the secretary and the clerk. Not very well acquainted, not very much to say, but I can hear those two little minds ticking away. Now she's thinking,
I wonder if we take the same bus.
and he's thinking,
There could be quite a thing between us.
now she's
He
thinking,
really is a dear.
and he's thinking.
But what of my career?
Then she says, and he says,
Well, it's been a long day.
well, it's been a long day. Now she's thinking,
I wish that he were more of a
I guess a little flirting won't hurt.
Now she's thinking,
For dinner we could meet.
and he's thinking.
We both have got to eat.
Then she says, and he says,
A Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Well, it's been a long day.
well, it's been a long day. Hey, there's a yummy Friday special at Stouffer's. It's $1.90 vegetable plate. And on the bottom of the ad, not bad, service for two, $3.58. To make a bargain, make a date.
Wonderful.
It's fate.
Now she's thinking,
What female kind of trap could I spring?
and he's thinking,
I might as well forget the whole thing.
now she's thinking,
Suppose I take his arm.
and he's thinking.
But really, what's the harm?
Then she says,
Hungry?
and he says,
Yeah. Well, it's been a long day.
well, it's been a long day. Well, it's been a long day.
Okay, Nikki, my question for you is, what is the scariest part of an audition?
The audition?
Yes.
Maybe thinking that you're gonna forget something. Going in like thinking that you're gonna forget your lines or the song. That was probably the scariest part. But like having everyone out there in like the waiting room, because we all like came in at the same time, was really nice. Because we all like calmed each other down and were dancing.
Maggie Finn, if you could play any character in the show, who would it be and why?
I don't know. I like being in the chorus because I just like dancing and singing. So
Mallory. What is your favorite song in the show?
been a long day. I'm not in it, but I just like the song.
Jesse, who do you think has the most challenging role in the show?
Probably Travis, because he has, I feel like, the most lines and the most songs, but he does a great job at it. So,
Callie, what is your favorite memory from senior play?
Probably just like learning all the dances and like laughing as we're learning them and like.
Okay, Lauren Heck, who has the best costume?
Oh wait, hold on. You're muted. Okay, now go.
That was silly. Okay. I think I like Kyle's, or I think like the golf vest. I think it is. I think that looks pretty dapper.
Harder. Which scene in the show is your favorite?
I like the scene where I meet Finch for the first time because we joke a lot. We joke a lot in that scene, and I think it's pretty funny.
Sorry. Travis, how are you alike or different from your character?
I think that we are alike in like our drive for wanting something. Like he's always going for like to like become higher in his role at the Worldwide Wickets company. And so I think we're alike in that.
Lauren Irvin. Hold on. Let me unmute you. Hold on. Okay. What is the best part about being in the show?
I think like connecting with all of our friends at a more fun level and just being able to be with each other, especially now we're not allowed to be with each other. So it's a fun way to be with each other, especially like all the time, 3 days a week. It was a fun time for all of us.
Okay, Gabby, what is your favorite dance number in the show?
There you
My
go.
favorite dance number is Coffee Break.
Sophia. What will the audience be thinking about in the car as they drive home after they see the show?
I think they're going to be thinking that was a great show and that everyone did so well.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think they're, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Lily, what is the most challenging thing about bringing the script to life?
It's kind of hard because like none of us have really been in a situation kind of like this, so we have to kind of make up what it would be like to be in a situation like this and act it out as if we are really in that situation.
All right, Kyle. What is your favorite line in the show?
Oh, my favorite line. Does that have to be mine or it can be anyone's?
It can be anyone.
I like Luke's line when he says, "Ran out. What is this? A hot dog stand?" It's just a classic.
Okay, Allison Miller, what will you say to underclassmen who are interested in doing the senior play in the future?
I would say just do it. Even if you're a little scared, you might embarrass yourself in front of your friends. Like, just do it. It's so much fun and it's worth hanging out with everyone, especially your last year at high school.
Jordan. What is your favorite thing about your character?
My favorite thing about Miss Jones is that she's very outspoken. You know, she's just a little firecracker. And she's the perfect size role for me. I think it really suits me well.
Okay, Paige, what dance number was the most challenging to learn?
Oh, hold on. There you go.
Paige?
We can't hear you, Paige.
Paige? Okay, Paige, we'll get back to you. Let's go with Abby Cook. Abby Cook, what was the most challenging dance number to learn?
The most challenging dance was definitely the pirate dance for me. It speeds up at that one part and it gets really hard.
There he is. Blake. Who in the show is most like their character? Okay. Okay, Blake, can't hear you, dude. We'll come back to you. Maggie Comer. Who in the show is most like their character?
Um, I would say Jordan, because she, like, her personality is just like super fun, and like she's looking out for people. She's like that in person too.
Okay, Grant, which actor is going to blow people away? Like, who's going to be the person that surprises the audience the most, do you think?
I personally think he's gonna blow people away. I'm gonna have to go with Lily because I think she just does a really good job at her whole act, and it's just really fun to watch.
Michelle, what has surprised you about being in the senior play? There you go.
I think it's just been like even more fun than I thought it was gonna be, just like hanging out with everybody. And I think the dances are a little bit easier than I thought they would be.
Okay, Pal, why did you want to be a part of the senior play?
Because it gave me the opportunity to hang out more with the people and to get know, like, to spend more time with them.
Isabel, who are you most excited for to see the show?
Like the audience? Like who?
Yeah, just like anyone in your family or like friends or anyone like that.
Maybe like the classmates that aren't in the play, because they'll get to see what we've been doing this whole time.
Okay, Paige, are you working now? I don't think you're working still.
Paige, do you want to exit and then try to get back on again? Okay. Where's Blake at? Blake, are you working yet?
No.
Do the same thing. Exit and try to get back on.
Okay, I'm going to go on to Madison. What is your biggest fear on show nights?
My biggest fear is that I'm going to forget my lines and just embarrass myself.
Okay, Paige. Still can't hear Paige.
You should try putting headphones into your computer.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
How you been, Anna?
Great, Blake.
What about you, Steph?
I've been great.
That's good.
Okay,
No problem.
Blake. Your question is, if you could change one thing about senior play, what would you change?
Nothing really. I mean, I enjoyed it. I don't think nothing's wrong with it. I think it's great.
Okay, Mikey. Mikey, who is the funniest person in the cast in real life?
Now this is a tough one.
Don't say yourself.
I'll probably have to go with, off stage. I think Blake is pretty fun to be around. He's a funny dude.
All right, Paige, back to you. Can you hear me now? Kind of. Okay, Paige, why did you want to be a part of the senior play?
I wanted to be a part of the play because I've heard how fun it was from everybody else who's been a part of it in the past years. So I wanted the chance to make the memories with my classmates.
What was your guys' favorite part about directing us this year?
I think for me, every year, my favorite part is just getting to know you guys. Like Anna and I have been doing this. This is our 10th year. And for some of you guys that are in the cast, we had you guys in the 8th grade. And so that has been really cool to see the progression. Just in like working with the talent too. This group was really, really talented. It was really hard to fill those roles. Just because there was so much talent. I think that's probably been my favorite part. And it's a show that I was not like very familiar with. So like learning the show, learning the vocals, learning the choreography, it was like a learning experience for me too. So that was my favorite part.
I think for me, my favorite part was probably seeing how much fun you guys were always having. Like seeing you guys have fun. It just, even if I was frustrated or stressed or whatever, like seeing how much fun you guys were having always made me smile at the end of the day. So I think that was probably my favorite part. And like Steph said, just like getting to know you guys this year and stuff. It's been a lot of fun. So, and of course, always directing with Stephanie is one of my fave things too. So,
What was the hardest dance to choreograph?
I think the hardest dance to choreograph was Coffee Break. Because we had this like vision in our mind of what we wanted it to look like. And then when we taught that choreography, it was just a hot mess. And so when you visualize something and then it doesn't like translate to the stage, I think that's really difficult. I think we changed that choreography probably 5 times. Whereas like I'm sure for the girls, the hardest choreography to learn was probably the pirate dance because it was so fast. And there aren't any words in that song. So a lot of times you associate a word with a dance move and you weren't able to do that. But I think to choreograph, it was probably Coffee Break for me. What do you think, Anna?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Just because we had to switch it so many times until it looked exactly the way that we wanted it to look. Yeah, I agree.
What's your guys' favorite song?
I think my favorite song to listen to is probably Been a Long Day, but I think my favorite song to watch, I think, is How to Succeed. I really like, I know that song's really short and there's not a lot of dancing in it, but the dancing that you guys do in it, it just looks like perfect. I don't know.
I really like Paris Original just because I know that the girls are obsessed with that dance and you can tell because the energy that you have during that dance is like very heightened. I also really like Cinderella Darling. I like to watch The Boys and Brotherhood of Man. That's a good one.
Yes, I do like that one too.
But vocally, I would probably say Been a Long Day is my favorite too, because it really tells a story. And I just think that your all's vocals blend very, very nicely.
How did you guys choose the play?
So this honestly was not our first choice. I don't think it was our second choice or third or fourth. We presented a list of shows and a lot of them were either it's really hard to get the rights to. So like if any show's on Broadway, you're not able to perform that. Like you can't get the script. And just thinking about like what's appropriate, but at the same time, what is like mature enough for seniors, because you're probably not going to have a great time doing like something like the Seussical, because that's very like elementary. So it's hard to like find that balance. So we looked.
a lot of research, and I feel like Stephanie and I watched the show, and then we would watch like bits from like shows on YouTube and stuff. I feel like, I don't know. I always feel like a show just like pops out to us and we're like, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, we know we needed a show that had like big dance numbers just because we knew there was a lot of talent in this class. So we wanted big chorus numbers, and I feel like this show did a really good job of incorporating all of that.
What were the other options of plays that we might have done? Or can you not tell us?
We can tell you. We wanted to do Mamma Mia, but that was shut down just because of the storyline. What else did we have in mind? We wanted to do Grease. I know Miss Bradley hates Grease. I like Grease. She hated it when we were there too. But it was really hard to get the rights to that show. You have to get them like a year in advance, and we obviously didn't do that. What else did we think about?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember.
Really want our Millie.
Yeah.
And then Brossart had like just in the past, they never went to like redo a show unless it's been 10 years from the past show. So we kind of looked at shows that Brossart has done in the past, and just made sure it was like after that 10-year frame.
We thought about the Pajama Game. That's an old one. Bye Bye Birdie. That's an older one too. I don't know.
So I know like this year you had the play picked out before auditions, but like last year you like thought you had a play, but then you kept like having to switch it because like different things popped up. Was it easier to cast a role knowing the play or seeing what you have first and then picking out a play?
I think having your play picked out first is easier, just because every year there's going to be people that can sing. Every year there's going to be people that can dance, and that's what you need. And every year there's going to be people that can act, and that's what you need in a show. So I feel like when we have a show already in mind, when you're auditioning, I I write on my paper, I could see this person as Finch, or I could see this person as Rosemary, or this person has a really good like acting voice, but their vocals are mediocre. So when I'm looking at the cast list, I'm trying to see like where they would fall. So for me, I think having a play in mind is easier than just having auditions, and then based on auditions, choosing a play.
Yeah, I agree. I remember one year for 8th grade, we decided to do auditions and then try to choose a show, and it was harder because you look at all these shows and you're like, oh, well, this person could be good for that role, but then you look at another show and you're like, oh, that person could be good for that role, and then all of a sudden you're in like 4 different shows and you're like, which one do we go with? So yeah, I agree with Steph. It's definitely easier to have your show and then do your audition.
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
Did I live up to my expectation of the book?
Mikey.
Yeah, you killed it. I think every day you asked if you could just read from your book instead of memorizing your lines, and every day the answer was still no. But other than that, Mikey, yeah, you're a rock star.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, Blake.
Do you guys like me?
Next question.
Love relationship.
Love you, Blake. Can't imagine what it would be without you.
Oh, thanks.